Alright, back at it. MMA Quick Hits, the only MMA channel that fucking matters. Scott Coker is coming out saying that Paul Daley wants to fight with Michael Venom Page extremely bad. And he said if they want to fight, if they want to throw down, he would happily put the fight together. Now, anybody that's listening, if you guys don't know who Scott Coker is, obviously you do know. He's the president of Bellator, but before that he was in charge of Strikeforce. Now, a lot of people say Strikeforce wasn't shit. Strikeforce was absolutely a major organization. That's as close as anybody has ever come to the UFC outside of Pride. But at the same time, Pride was actually run by mobsters, and there was a lot of thrown fights, and there was legal steroids and everything back in those days. So you know, you really can't compare the two. Now, in terms of Strikeforce, one thing that I will tell you that was good about Strikeforce is Scott Coker constantly always made the biggest fights that he could actually make. It's nothing, there was nothing like, oh, you know, GSP and Anderson Silva, we don't want to do that fight. Scott Coker would literally do that fight at the drop of a hat, and he would put that shit on national television. That's the type of guy he is, man. So he said if these two guys want to fight, he will book the fight. Now, Michael Venom Page, if you guys go look at his Twitter or Instagram, I'm not sure which one, as soon as he won his last fight that was an absolutely shitty performance, he was saying that Paul Daley, he was calling him Paula and saying he was a bitch and saying that he was going to kick his ass. But when it came time to sign the contract, Paul Daley signed a contract. Now, everybody was saying that Paul Daley never received a real contract to fight Michael Venom Page, but Paul Daley literally said he signed the contract, and he said, bitch, sign the contract. He's talking to Michael Venom Page, and then all of a sudden, Michael Venom Page was injured. Michael Venom Page was injured. Now, I don't like to say that a guy is scared of another guy until they actually turn a fight down. Then that's all I need to hear. Then I say, hey, you know what, that guy's literally is an actual pussy. Now, with that being said, Michael Venom Page has showed us throughout his entire career, he doesn't want to fight the big fights. He doesn't want the biggest fights. He did not accept a fight with Paul Daley. He did not accept a fight with Rory McDonald. He did call out Rory McDonald multiple times. Yes, he did. But Rory McDonald did not return the favor. So with that being said, though, I'm going to say he knew Rory McDonald wouldn't accept a fight. So I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt of actually wanting that fight. I think it was just a little bit of lip service. He saw a guy from the UFC coming over, and he said, hey, I'll fight Rory McDonald anytime, and did all that stuff. If you look at Michael Venom Page's career, man, I'll be surprised if anybody listening knows more than 2 people, honestly. Now, the fact of the matter is, Michael Venom Page is in a crossroads of his career right now. Not only is he at Bellator, not only is he coming off of a bad injury and multiple injuries, not only is he coming off of one of the worst performances of his life, even though he did win, he is going to be a free agent after this next fight. He could go into the open market. He could actually go over to the UFC and prove that he's one of the best guys in the world. He said it's something that him and his friends and family have to discuss. He said they are discussing it now. So with that being said, I don't think that he will fight Paul Daley, because what happens to Michael Venom Page's stock, as GSP likes to say, his stock would go way down if he had a shitty performance against a nobody, and then he's fucking knocked out by Paul Daley. You know, then you go try to get a UFC deal. That shit's not gonna fucking happen. It's just not gonna happen. So with that being said, I don't think Michael Venom Page will accept a fight, and Scott Coker isn't a guy that'll call him out and say, well, we tried to make the fight, Michael Venom Page didn't want it. He would just say, you know what, that fight never came together for whatever reason. That's the type of respectful guy Scott Coker is, and that's why all the fighters love him. I don't know what else to say, man. Fuck him. It is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments.